Welcome everybody to Zelda Speedruns. This is round 2 of the season 3 of the NMG League. My name is Twin. I'm joined by DoomTap, who is a much better runner than me, so I'm very happy that he is here. Say hi.
Hey, how's it going, Twin?
I'm all right. I actually was able to make it here on time before things started, so today's great. So we have it looks like a four-way race, but it's really 2 versus 2. We've got 2 different bracket games going on at the same time. We have This Is Not Yoho versus Ray '07 in the, what is it, the Tower of Hera division.
Yes.
And then we have SpieleWilli and Tepe on the other side from Eastern Palace. I Sorry, Willie. I probably slaughtered that name.
Willie is okay with being called just Willie, and I will call him that for the rest of the stream and the rest of my life because his name is too hard to pronounce.
Perfect. Sounds great to
But
me.
yeah, I'm pretty excited. Yoho and Ray are only separated by 20 seconds on the leaderboard, and Willie and Tepedino are, I think they're separated by a minute, but I'm not too familiar with Tepedino's time or how much he's been playing. So I'm
Yeah,
curious to see how that plays out.
I tried to read their splits, but I can't read their splits.
Yeah, they're pretty small.
Yeah, so and I'm too lazy to go and look it up. But yeah, so escape is escape. It's the same every single time. So let's get a couple of things out of the way. For those of you who are not familiar with NMG, yes, this is a ped seed. No, it is not randomized. Oh, what are some of the other memes? I had this all planned out in my head and I just blanked it. Yeah, it's not rando. We're gonna get just the bare minimum of things that we need to complete the game, and we will be doing all dungeons. So
That's technically not true because we don't need the Temper Sword, we don't need the Sanctuary Heart, but we're definitely getting both of those for safety and speed.
oh, you hush. Okay, this is coming from me, who still gets mushroom. Okay, tempered sword is definitely required for me. So, um, yeah, there's really not much going on. Escape and Eastern, up until we get the boots, are mostly about movement and making sure that we're not nudging on things that we're not supposed to be touching. Um, Trying not to touch enemies. Obviously, we don't want to touch them. Um, oof.
Ray is touching a lot of enemies, almost
Yes, yes.
almost every enemy. But yeah, it's a lot of just movement fundamentals and trying to minimize the bad RNGs that can happen.
Yeah, we just the name of speedrun, or the gist of speedrunning is really just movement conservation and making sure everything that you're doing counts. Um, as I'm learning, sometimes that is rubbing against walls and things that look like it might slow you down, but it's not. Um, yeah. Apparently, there's a lot of difference between nudging and rubbing.
Rubbing is good and nudging is bad. So yeah, there's not too much separation in the escape. Willie and Tepedino both messed up Keyguard 1 in a similar manner, so they're pretty close. And we don't expect too much separation within the first two splits, unless somebody dies, God forbid. But yeah, we're just waiting to get the boots, more or less.
Yeah, there's a couple of spots that can, slow down a player. Um, but that usually doesn't show up until the back of Eastern. Um, yeah.
Willie accidentally talked to the key door. He had a really good one pot fight, but then he didn't.
Yeah, I will be one pot for life. I'm sorry. 8 slash just is not does um,
I-
do it for me.
If you mess up 8 slash at all, it is no longer worth it, and that includes tanking off of the ball or getting hit or just being slow in general. One pot is a very good strat, and anybody who doesn't do one pot is stupid, including me.
Hooray, I'm doing something right.
Just resetting at the ball and chain is terrible. It's like 3 minutes of your life gone when you could have just done the easier strat and kept going.
For those of you, I'm assuming most everybody in chat at least runs or has run NMG in the past. Um, I'm gonna do the cringe thing and I'm gonna explain why sometimes it looks like Link is stuttering a little bit, like to one side or the other. And it's called pumping. Um, Pumping in certain directions just makes Link move faster, usually.
Yeah, you'll see it mostly on staircases and in one tile gaps. And it might be hard to see what is actually happening, but it saves almost nothing, but enough to be worth it. Enough to destroy your controllers and your hands.
So apparently Restream is having some issues. I don't know if they can hear us. I hope they can. But right now we're just heading into the back of Escape, heading down to the sewers. Um, Not much is going on.
I guess apparently they can hear us, but no visuals. I'll go take a peek. But yeah, you haven't missed anything important.
No, nothing important at all.
Oh my god, a 122. Yeah, they're getting lots of loading screens.
Okay, so the first big RNG factor is the key rat, and Yoho got good key rat RNG, but missed the rat, so it went past him. Ray got really good key rat RNG and missed the key, and I missed on the other
Yeah,
two.
I also missed the other two because Yoho and Raid got in there first. But yeah, as predicted, not much separation. Yoho and Ray are neck and neck, and Willie and Tepedino are slightly behind.
And even then, it's not that much behind. I mean, between Yoho and Willie, there is a 3-minute difference ish, 2.5 minute difference ish, and they came out of Escape at almost the exact same time. So Escape really doesn't matter that much.
No, it's no one particular split matters unless you really blow it.
Yep. So as expected, all 4 runners grabbed the Saint Cart, which is wait, how much?
It
3 seconds.
it costs just over 3 seconds within the room, but it supposedly generates another second worth of lag throughout the run. So roughly 4 seconds, assuming you don't have to adjust your gameplay at all to conserve health. Skipping Sankar is also a scam.
I did not know hard lag was a thing. So
It's
hooray
very
for learning.
if you've ever watched an all dungeons run and they do Aga Tower last, they have 13 or 14 hearts and most of them are empty. And the dark maze room where all of the guards touch you is very, very laggy. It's so laggy that you don't even want to dash in there because that just makes it worse.
Okay, apparently I need to revisit all dungeons because I do not remember that. Anyway, another pumping area is the Eastern Overworld. It looks like everybody's doing a great job of
Yeah,
it.
everybody's synchronizing.
Uh, and all 4 runners are into Eastern. Uh, Not much to say. The front half of Eastern isn't that exciting. Woo, Yoho got the zoomies there.
The slalom.
Um, yeah, so we're just walking past skeletons. We're just trying to kill a few of them that are spawning as quickly as possible. Uh-oh. Ray had a little trouble with that Stalfos room. I don't know what happened. I missed it, but they missed the first skeleton. Hmm. Anyway, yeah, it's just a lot of walking, and it's kind of boring.
Yeah, it's just you're just anticipating to get to play the rest of the game. Eastern is relatively scary in a race setting because you can't just reset if you blow it in the back. Um, it always makes me nervous, and I play it a little safely just to make sure that I don't get killed.
The nice thing about Eastern is if you do have a rough, like, overworld getting to Eastern, and you take a couple of kisses from the Octorocks or the little bouncy statue guards or whatever, there's quite a few hearts on your way that you can refill your health with if you need it.
Yeah, there are two easy ones and at least one that is slightly worse, but they're all pretty good. Worth not dying for sure.
Looks like everybody got the damage boost to get the big key. Always love to see that. The back of Eastern is where it starts to get fun. Um, some of these rooms are just so satisfying to get properly, like to do properly.
They're equally as dissatisfying to mess up, though.
It's true,
Willie had
but
a little trouble in the gifted with greenies, but he survived.
double readies is like recently has been my nemesis. Like I cannot get double readies one cycle to save my life right now. And I'm going to blame that on the fact that I just switched consoles and not a me thing.
Well, switching is tough, even if it's better. That it's just like it's just an adjustment. You have to adjust to everything, and it takes time, especially when you've played on whatever you've played on before for multiple years. It's just a change is bad.
All right, so Ray and Yoho are out of Eastern and on the way to talk to Sriracha Sauce to get their boots. Looks like Willie has also finished Eastern. Unfortunately, Tepedino is buffering a little bit on my screen. Um, so, but they're in double readies. Oh, they went and picked up some arrows. Interesting. Maybe to make sure they didn't have to pick up arrows. I don't know. But we got boots. I'm assuming everybody's going to do tree rupees. I mean, I can't imagine runners, sub 90 runners, not doing tree rupees.
Big rupees is also a scam, but we're all stupid and we do it because it saves a few seconds. I think somebody recently said it only saves 3.8, and that's if you do the pickle shot on the bird shot, or yeah, the pickle shot on the before you enter the Lost Woods. So it's like it's not really that much. If that's the reason
So,
you don't PB, then you should have played better.
so why do people do the pickle shot versus the bird shot? I've never understood unless it's to conserve. I always thought it was to conserve the drop from the bird, but I could be wrong. Sounds like.
The pickle shot is straight up faster, but there's RNG on the way he moves. Sometimes you just cannot get the shot, and we did it for a while before somebody we found out that the bird shot was a reasonable strat. So yeah, it's mostly faster. It does conserve the drop as well, but that's not the main goal of it. We might see Yoho go for it. He's readopted it because of how fast it is.
Oh, we get a replay of the library screen.
It's so nice we get to see it twice.
So the spin speed out of library is actually fun to do. In fact, it's so fun that Willie went and redid the spin speed to get it.
Retrying that one is not faster. I think it ties just dashing out, and it feels really bad if you miss it. So if you miss that one, just go.
Yeah, I don't even know the proper movement if you miss it. I just make it up. I think it changes every single time I miss that spin speed. Um, and it feels bad every single time. Where, some spin speeds don't feel as bad if you miss it, but that one feels bad. Eastern, all I can think about in Eastern is the fact that Link is dashing through a lot of sand. And if you had the splashy dashy on the way to Easter or desert, my bad, I'm sorry, desert. That's a lot of sticky sand on Link's boots. That's gotta be
Well,
so
it
uncomfortable.
it wouldn't feel so bad if it's forced, but yeah, it's. Oh, you mean in real life? Yeah.
Yeah, in real life.
I'm a dummy.
No, you're not. I'm a dummy for saying it. But yeah, desert is just hey, you just got these cool new boots. Try them out. Kind of
Yeah,
dungeon.
so it's a nice dashing tutorial, basically included with the hardest boss in the entire game, Lanmo.
Which is also incredibly satisfying when you do it well. Like, 2-cycle Lambos are just so much fun to get because you never really, at least at my level, you never really expect to get a 2-cycle. So when you get a 2-cycle, you're like so excited that sometimes you accidentally map.
I got to watch that live when you did it. Yeah, still save time.
Yeah, I think I PB'd with that one.
So I'm not sure if the restream can see, but on Yoho's and Ray's side, we're entering the back of desert, pretty much tied within a second of each other. Willie's just going to the desert 2 spin speed, and Tepedino is buffering. I assume he's close by.
Yeah, on my screen he's just getting the book, but his
Yes.
timer is moving like at like quarter speed. So not sure where they're at. It helps if I actually push the button when I talk. Yoho and Ray's side keeps going back and forth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure there will be no variance within this Landmo fight. They'll both get easy and free 3 cycles. They both had mediocre starts. Uh-oh. Oh, this is not 3 cycles. Oh, good,
Well,
we
it
get
looks
to
like
see it again.
I'm like, on my screen, they both finished at the same time, or really close to the same time. If you guys have never tried bow landmo, just try it. It is not as easy as these runners make it look.